Simon from simonwoods.com. Greetings, welcome to Wine FAQ. Today's question, what temperature should I serve my wine? You can buy these things called wine thermometers, and you can get these charts that it says you've got to serve red Bordeaux at this temperature and Pinot Noir at this temperature. They're a bit, you don't really need them. Just a few things that you need to remember. Most restaurants serve their red wines far too warm and their white wines far too cold. Part of the thing with the red wine at really warm temperatures, it comes from this old-fashioned thing, red wine should be served at room temperature. Well, maybe once upon a time when such a phrase originated, that was correct, and room temperature was about 13 degrees. But what have you got your thermostat set to at the moment? 20, 22, 24 in some cases? I wouldn't be surprised. I think room temperature, average room temperature in a British house at the moment is about 6 degrees warmer than it was 40 years ago. So yeah, all that thing about room temperature, that was from a time when people wore long smalls and woolly vests and stuff like that. So if you've got somewhere reasonably cool where you keep your red wines, pull them out of there and just maybe give them half an hour. Pull them out half an hour before serving. Don't shove them next to the oven. Don't shove them in the microwave. What you'll find happen is that people's hands are pretty warm, and if your wine's just on that little cold side, just put the bowl of the glass in your hand, swirl it around like that, the heat of the glass will warm it up. If you've got the opposite problem, you're trying to cool the wine down. I mean, I know some people whose personality would probably have that effect on a wine, but yeah, you don't want to bother about that. And especially, I'd say, with red wines, modern red wines, there's a bit of a shift in terms of people pursuing high alcohol, but it seems to be people are lowering their alcohol levels generally. But what I find is that the big, really sort of 14.5%, 15% plus red wines, you serve those warm, you just get all these volatile alcohol stuff coming off. Don't be afraid to serve those on the even slightly chilled side. I don't know if that's heresy to anyone. At the other side, white wines. Yeah, this idea about serving white wines cool. Yes, yeah, serve them cool, but don't serve them as if they've come straight out of an igloo's fridge. If you've got somewhere reasonably cool to keep your wine, but get it out of there and just try it how it is there. If it's cool enough to store your wine in a decent condition, then it's probably the right temperature for your white wines. Maybe, again, some of the higher alcohol ones, you'll want to chill those a little bit. Be very suspicious if it says on the back of a bottle, serve very well chilled. What it tends to mean is that if you try it at room temperature or normal temperature, then it tastes foul. You can actually taste how bad it is. Whereas if you shove it in the fridge for about 4 weeks, then you can hardly taste it, and you just know you're drinking something wet and alcoholic. Is that it for temperature? Yeah. Anyway, you don't need a thermometer. You're a grown-up. You go for it. See you soon.